Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about a report that is coming out about Ye. Now, this report was done by New York Times, TMZ, and the Daily Mail. Everyone is taking their own spin on this report, but I want to refreshen your memory so that you guys understand how this report is now coming out. And it may seem as though Adidas is attacking Ye, but the reality of the matter is Adidas was given an ultimatum based on what I have observed. And I want you guys to stick with me on this, okay? I'm going to refresh in your memory so that you guys can see that Adidas is not intentionally attacking Ye, but it's just that they were given an ultimatum, and it is because of what Adidas CEO Bjorn Gulden has recently said about Ye. He basically upset some people by speaking the truth, and as such, they had to release like a report. Now, if you remember, right, Adidas had the Yeezy inventory on hand, and Adidas has been trying to figure out how to, resolve the inventory matter. They were thinking about putting it up in flames, but then people were saying to them, you know what? Don't put it up in flames, donate it. But at this point, it would have been best if Adidas had put that inventory up in flames. And this is why it is so important that you pay attention to details and not run with the false narratives of the media. Stick with me, guys, and you're going to see what I'm talking about, because you guys know that I'm always calling out Adidas on their BS. I've never been on Adidas' side, but I've been observing something that is going on. And if you have missed out on any of the information, you would not be able to pick this up either, right? So for those who don't understand and believe that Adidas is intentionally trying to sabotage Ye, no, they're not. It's just that they have to basically choose at this point. And everyone is going to choose to protect themselves. Now, if you guys remember when the discussion was, being floated around in the media as to how Adidas will handle the inventory, until they finally came to the conclusion that they're going to sell the inventory and, to not make the Jewish community, because let's keep it real, they control America. You guys see that, right? You guys see that they do control a lot of things in the United States. When you look at what is going on in the rest of the world at this point, people from other countries can go out in the street and demonstrate freely. American citizens cannot do that. For some celebrities, they cannot even post themselves wearing a green t-shirt at this point, or else they'll be canceled. Their kids cannot wear a green ribbon in their hair. They will be labeled as racist and as anti-Semitic. So freedom of expression exists, but not in America as much as it should have. So basically, democracy is dying in darkness in America, and it's dying slowly but surely, right? And I'm not the only one who has said this. Even the New York Times has basically done quite a few articles on democracy slowly dying in darkness in America. So I'm not making this ish up. And it's not just as to what is going on. It's just several things that happens that, if you have influence, you cannot talk about it or else you get canceled. And that's just the honest truth, right? No. after Adidas decided that they were going to sell the inventory and donate some of it, Adidas then came out and said that, selling the inventory was a good idea because it has cushioned their business, it has bailed them out, and their collaboration with Yeezy is one of the best collaborations in history, and the Yeezy inventory has truly saved them and their pockets. When Adidas did that report, it was very upsetting to a lot of people, right? And if you guys remember, Adidas investors hit them with a lawsuit right at that point. After the investors hit them with the lawsuit, the investors also started pressuring Adidas to release a internal survey after Rolling Stones had accused Ye of bullying and harassing Adidas staff for years, right? Remember that? So after the investors started pressuring Adidas for the survey, and I bet you all can read between the line and figure out who most of those investors are at this point, because if you can't figure that out, I'm not going to tell you all, because I don't see anyone else, doing certain things on YouTube. And to be honest, I'm going to stop doing it as well, because I think that people should not be afraid to speak the truth. And if you're going to be afraid to speak the truth, what's the sense, right? No, after the investors pressured Adidas to release the survey, as you guys can tell, because that was a few months ago, Adidas basically, responded to them saying that, they're still working on the information of the survey to be released, right? And then after that, Adidas went ahead and released another portion of the inventory, because what Adidas wanted to do, Adidas wanted to distract their investors from the negative and focus on the positive, that they're doing the right thing. They're selling the Yeezy inventory, and the Yeezy inventory has been saving the company. And Bijan Golden come out and said again, the Yeezy inventory has saved the company, and partnering with Ye is one of the best partnership of all time. Not only that, Bijan Golden said that anyone that you partner with, there's risk. And he knows that Ye is not anti-Semitic, right? And then after he did that, it pissed off the Jewish community so badly that I think it was Jonathan Greenblatt 1 or 2 days after posted on Twitter saying that he had a lengthy discussion with Bijan Golden, and he has no doubt Bijan Golden has confirmed that he is anti-Semitic and all of that. And when he made that post on Twitter, his comments were turned off, because he knew that people would have told him they wanted to hear that from Bijan Golden's mouth. We didn't hear that from Bijan Golden's mouth. And the moment that we didn't hear that from Adidas CEO's mouth, we should have been observant that something was coming, right? Now, after that, I am assuming that Adidas had released the survey to their investors. And as such, this is why we're seeing the report accusing Adidas of basically throwing Ye under the bus. But I want you guys to just know that even though the report is being submitted in the sense that Adidas is accusing Ye, it doesn't mean that this is what Adidas is actually saying. Because we can tell one thing if we have been paying attention. There's a group of people that has power and authority that has been lying a lot. When I say they have been lying a lot, they have been lying so heavily, excessively, that people who are mentally free, they're just not listening to the media anymore. They're not listening to anything that's coming out of these people's mouth. So these people got the survey and they formatted the manner in which this information should hit the media, right? Remember, guys, the media was used to cancel Ye. Remember, Ari Emanuel told the media that Ye's mental health should never be taken into consideration, right? So he basically said, F Kanye and his mental health. Do not take that into consideration. But when anything else goes on in Hollywood, everyone else's mental health should be taken into consideration, but not Ye's, right? Everyone deserves to be forgiven, but not Ye. Why is that? It is because Ye has opened something that they don't like people paying attention to because there is an agenda. And I believe that you all can see what is happening and how all of that is playing out in front of us today, even as we speak. So, as it relates to the reports that are coming out that are saying that Kanye West's partnership with Adidas was dogged by scandal for years, the company ignored complaints about him drawing a swastika and his fixation on Hitler while giving him access to annual $100 million slush fund, right? It's not that Ye has been drawing swastika. What Ye has been drawing is what you're seeing him using now, and it's not swastika, but because he did that post on Twitter in last year, they're just using all they can and all the lies that they can against him. Adidas has to remain silent, or you'll know that, it is their ass. Unless they're going to speak the truth, you know, and leave the United States and just go back to other countries to operate business. And business for them is very lucrative in the United States. And no one wants to just keep their, like, companies like Adidas doesn't want to have, business in just one country. And, when you have business, you really don't want to upset people who have power and authority. So sometimes, in business, they say hypocrisy is very important. So basically, Adidas now has to basically be an hypocrite and lie low, let them do what they want to do and just not say anything. They can't even speak the truth, if they want to. And this is why you haven't heard anything coming out from Bishop Golden's mouth directly, but you've heard it from other people. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope that now that I've said it, people can put one and two together and put the puzzles together and see where it makes sense and where it doesn't. So don't be tricked into believing that Adidas is attacking you. No. Y'all know that I don't defend Adidas. Y'all know that I drag Adidas the most. And when I can tell you that, there's evidence that was put in front of our eyes that can even prove that, providing that you're willing to go back and compare the articles to see what I'm saying, that it definitely makes sense. And that's all I'm going to leave with you guys. Stay safe, stay open, just read and try to put things together for yourselves. Don't be so easily influenced nor triggered. So basically, that's that. See you all later. Bye, guys.